Most people know Renjie only as a legendary detective. Every movie and drama portrays him solving mysterious cases and outwitting criminals. But the real story of Renjie is far greater than fiction. He was not just a detective. He was the hidden backbone of the entire Tang Dynasty. He lived through three powerful eras: the prosperous Zhengguan period, the reign of Emperor Gaozong, and the ruthless Wu Dynasty. During Wu Zetian's rule, every high official lived in fear. Only Renjie stood firmly at the peak of power. Wu Zetian distrusted almost everyone. She removed countless ministers and nobles, but she respected only one man in her entire life, Renjie. Even more astonishing, before his death, he secretly arranged a complete political blueprint for the empire. 5 years after his passing, the Wu regime returned power to the Li Tang royal family. The revival of the Tang Dynasty was completely achieved through his lifelong plans. He appeared to be a loyal minister of Wu Zetian, but he secretly guarded the foundation of the Tang Dynasty. He looked gentle and humble, yet he single-handedly reversed the fate of an entire empire. Today, we remove the fictional detective filter. We explore the complete life of the most underestimated sage in Tang history. Chapter 1. The Youthful Foundation, integrity forged from ordinary roots. Renjie was born in a scholarly family in Taiyuan. He had no powerful, noble background or privileged connections. In early Tang, politics was controlled by old aristocratic clans. Family status determined almost all official careers. Renjie chose the hardest but most reliable path. He relied entirely on his own talent and knowledge. He passed the imperial exam and started as a grassroots official. Since childhood, he possessed a strong sense of justice. Once during a village incident, all children rushed to explain themselves. Only Renjie stayed calm and continued reading. He believed ancient wisdom was more important than trivial disputes. His personality remained the same for his entire life: calm, principled, never flattering the powerful, and never ignoring the suffering of ordinary people. In his early career, he dared to challenge abusive superiors. He refused to compromise or cover up unfair behavior. While most officials followed the crowd for survival, Renjie established his lifelong belief: governance must uphold fairness, not personal gain. Chapter 2. The legendary benchmark, the greatest judicial official in Tang history. Renjie's historical reputation came from a legendary political achievement. He became the chief judge of the Supreme Judicial Court. He took over thousands of long unresolved cases. In just 1 year, he sorted out the entire judicial backlog. He handled more than 17,000 recorded cases. He corrected wrongful judgments and protected innocent civilians. The most incredible fact: after all judgments were announced, not a single person appealed. No commoners complained. No nobles disputed the result. This is not fictional detective magic. It is a real historical benchmark in ancient Chinese justice. Renjie did not rely on supernatural reasoning. He relied on strict systems, solid evidence, and impartial judgment. He punished nobles who broke the law. He always defended ordinary people's grievances. From then on, his name became the symbol of justice in the Tang Dynasty. But this peak of fame would soon bring him a deadly political crisis. Chapter 3. Life or Death Crisis. Surviving the cruel Wu political storm. After Wu Zetian founded the Wu regime, the court atmosphere became extremely cruel and dangerous. The empress encouraged accusations and strict surveillance. Countless ministers were falsely accused and removed overnight. In this terrifying environment, Renjie was promoted to prime minister. Only 4 months later, he was falsely charged with treason and imprisoned. Almost all officials who resisted the accusations died. Facing certain death, Renjie used extraordinary wisdom to survive. He temporarily admitted the charges to avoid immediate execution. Secretly, he wrote an appeal to prove his innocence and loyalty. He escaped death but was demoted to a local magistrate. This disaster completely changed his political mindset. He realized that pure integrity could only lead to destruction. To save the Tang Dynasty and protect loyal people, he must learn to endure, plan patiently, and adapt. Chapter 4. Governing the people. Building popular support in silent dedication. During his demotion years, Renjie never complained. He devoted all his energy to governing the people. As a local magistrate, he reduced taxes and labor conscription. He repaired local governance and helped people recover from chaos. When Turkic forces invaded the northern border, Renjie was sent to stabilize the war-torn region. Many civilians were forced to cooperate with invaders. Most officials wanted to punish them severely. Renjie firmly disagreed. He knew ordinary people had no choice during war. He pardoned all innocent civilians. He allowed refugees to return home. He quickly restored social order and production. He earned deep respect from commoners, soldiers, and local officials. His stable governance made Wu Zetian realize his irreplaceable value. He was finally recalled to the capital and reinstated as prime minister. Chapter 5. The Prime Minister's Wisdom. The unique political game with Wu Zetian. After becoming prime minister for the second time, Renjie reached the peak of his political career. Wu Zetian highly respected his ability and character. She called him national elder and exempted him from kneeling rituals. He received unprecedented imperial favor. Their relationship was the most unique political balance in ancient history. Wu Zetian knew Renjie's heart belonged to the Li Tang family, but she also knew he was impartial, selfless, and loyal to the nation. Renjie understood the empress's suspicion and cruelty. He never showed extreme partisan attitude. He always spoke from the perspective of national interest and public well-being. In an era where no one dared to speak the truth, Renjie repeatedly risked his career to give honest advice. He opposed extravagant construction projects. He warned against endless military expansion. He protected countless innocent officials from dismissal. He was the only person in the Wuzhou court who could speak truthfully, survive political storms, and maintain long-term imperial trust. For thousands of years, people have debated his loyalty, but the truth is simple. He was never loyal to one ruler or one clan. He was loyal to national stability and the lives of ordinary people. Chapter 6. The Fateful Remonstrance. One sentence secured the Tang Dynasty's future. In her later years, Wu Zetian faced her hardest choice: imperial succession. Her Wu clan nephews begged to inherit the throne. Most court officials remained silent in fear. Only Renjie stepped forward with a timeless argument. He told Wu Zetian clearly, "A son will always worship his mother in the imperial temple. No nephew in history has ever eternally worshipped his paternal aunt." This sentence completely awakened the aging empress. She finally knew passing the throne to her son was the only way to preserve eternal glory and stable inheritance. She recalled Prince Li Xian and established him as crown prince. She secured the orthodox Li Tang royal lineage. Beyond solving the succession crisis, Renjie created a far-reaching hidden political plan. In his later years, he continuously recommended talented ministers, including Zhang Jianji, Yao Chong, and Huan Yanfan. These men later became the core force that restored the Tang Dynasty and created the Kaiyun prosperity. Renjie never launched political change in his lifetime, but he quietly laid every foundation for the Tang revival. Chapter 7. Silent Finale. All prophecies fulfilled after his passing. In the year 700 AD, Renjie passed away at the age of 71. Wu Zetian cried bitterly and said, "My court has lost all its talent." After his death, no one could balance the complex court situation. No one dared to offer sincere advice to the empress. 5 years after his death, the Divine Dragon coup broke out. The ministers Renjie recommended peacefully restored the Li Tang regime. The Wu Zhou era ended completely. Every political change followed Renjie's silent arrangement. He never chased fame or historical credit. He endured misunderstandings and political pressure alone. He protected the prosperity of the Tang Dynasty with his entire life. Chapter 8. Eternal Evaluation. The perfect minister hidden in history. Renjie's life breaks all public stereotypes. He was not a fictional detective. He was a top-tier statesman who shaped an empire's fate. He standardized judicial fairness, stabilized borders, protected innocent officials, secured royal succession, and laid the foundation for the final golden age of the Tang Dynasty. His personality represents the highest level of ancient Chinese ministers, upright but flexible, principled but adaptive, loyal but not foolish, wise but not cunning. In the most turbulent political era of Tang, he was the court's stabilizer and the unsung hero of Tang prosperity. After understanding his complete life journey, do you think Renjie was Wu Zetian's loyal minister or the hidden guardian of the Li Tang Dynasty? In such a deadly political environment, was his flexible wisdom the only way to save the empire? Leave your opinion in the comment section. If you love in-depth Chinese history documentaries, like and subscribe. In our next episode, we will reveal the tragic fate of the Divine Dragon coup heroes